The hype for fighting games just keep rising, and it reached another milestone with
Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
I know it could be confusing trying to figure out which game this is because of Terry. He's crossed over a couple game franchises already, like Super Smash Bros., Street Fighter 6, and King of Fighters. But Fatal Fury is where he made his debut. And after almost 26 years since the release of the last Fatal Fury game, we're finally getting a brand new mainline entry. 2 weeks ago, my brother and I got to jump into Fatal Fury City of the Wolves open beta, and let me tell you, diving in blind with zero knowledge of the command list or tutorials was both fun and hilarious. The controls felt familiar yet fresh. SNK is really coming out swinging with this one, and this game does have a few rough edges, sure, but it's clear they're putting their all into it. During the beta, we had access to 8 characters: Terry, Rock, Mai, B. Jennett, Vox Reaper, Preacher, Hotaru, and Kane. Every character felt unique, and if you knew how to mix things up, you could end fights fast. My favorite though, Vox Reaper. His attacks felt deadly and was quick, stylish, and my brother had a hard time facing me when I was him. What I enjoyed is the various color styles the characters had. It didn't feel like they just slapped the color and called it a day. It felt like a new costume at times. They had different clothes for the characters as well. In the full game, we'll be able to customize the colors just the way we like it, which is a dope feature. The beta have 4 stages: Training, Freight Express, B-Port, and Training Ground. They all look great. My favorite is B-Port. It feels lively and colorful. But Freight Express, that one is my least favorite. It messed me up so bad. The constant motion blur on the mountains in the background was so disorienting that me and my brother avoided it after a few rounds. Based on the trailers I've seen, it looks like there will be a ton of new maps available at launch, which is really exciting to look forward to. In this new entry of Fatal Fury, SNK introduced a bunch of new mechanics that spices things up when you're facing your opponent. I won't go into detail of all the changes since there are so many to go into, but here are some of the biggest things you'll notice. There's this system called the SPG. It stands for Selective Potential Gear. If you play without researching, you'll just hear the game tell you it's activated.
SPG! Rock you!
Basically, at the start of every battle, you get to choose when it activates on your health bar, either at the beginning, middle, or end of it. When it kicks in, you get attack boost and access to Rev blows. Then there's the Rev system. Think of it as Street Fighter 4's focus attack but deeper. They have Rev guards that stop chip damage from special attacks. There's the Rev arts where you do special moves. There's Rev Accel that lets you extend your combos. And then there's the Rev blows, which are powerful attacks that trigger when the SPG is active. All that to say, the Rev system is actually really powerful to use, even if you don't know the specific terminology. As long as you're utilizing the Rev system, using different attacks, utilizing the combo list, you'll be able to do pretty well in a battle. There's also the Rev meter at the bottom of your screen, and the Rev meter helps you use your Rev attacks. The overheat status means that you won't be able to use any of the Rev attacks, and it's easier for your opponent to break your guard. But it doesn't mean that you will be able to win the match if that happens to you, because you can recover pretty easily. There's a mechanic that got introduced. I'm not sure if it was introduced specifically for this game, but dodging is one of my favorite mechanics so far. I learned it during the tutorial, and when you time your dodging right, it does a slow motion animation, which is pretty cool, and you could do counter attacks. I could just imagine when that mechanic is used during Evo, everyone will be screaming and yelling if that gets used at the right moment at the right time. The modes we had access to were ranked and casual online matches, room matches, and training. It was cool that we had access to those things, but that is where the issues came out. When starting the game, you're able to create your user ID and customize your profile. but having people find your profile is a battle you'll be fighting for a very long time. We decided to do a room match, which is a way you and your friends can face each other. It could be a private lobby or a public lobby that anyone could join. It's awesome to see how it is set up like a tournament, and if you have many people playing in the same room as you, they can enjoy their own match with their own set of players waiting to go next. But starting up a room match is what can take the fun out of things. It sucks that during this beta, it took me and my brother around 10 to 15 minutes to join each other in a room match. Why was it such a chore to join a friend's game? First, we had to add them as a friend, which is perfectly fine. But instead of using their username, we had to type in a long ID number. Even then, invites weren't intuitive. You had to manually check a hidden menu just to see your invite. Changing characters during room matches was like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where you had to back out of the ready area and go into a menu to do so. Although for Smash Bros, there was a lot less menus to go through, so please, SNK, please streamline this. But after getting through all of that, you get used to the weird decisions in the menus and things work well. The matches with my brother were flawless. We didn't deal with any lags or stutters during any of our matches that we played. But when it got to us playing online during a casual or ranked match against someone with a 5-bar connection, it was stuttering and freezing in place like crazy. SNK definitely needs to polish that rollback netcode before launch. I didn't enjoy the fact that you had to do a couple tutorial matches just to play online, so hopefully that requirement gets removed or made optional at the very least. At the end of the day, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves has a solid foundation. The gameplay is fire, the characters feel unique, and the art style is fresh. But the menus is clunky and the online play needs work. But those things, they could definitely fix. If not before release, then after with a few patches. That said, I'm excited for the full release. I can't wait to see more characters, stages, and experience the story mode. And you know I'll be there to lock in when it drops. So, what do you guys think? Are you hyped for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.